Good day, everybody. It's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber back at it again with another movie haul review, I guess you can call this. I did a little splurging and hit up a few places and bought some movies for myself, and I'm going to show you guys what I bought today. I figure, I do something a little bit different. I've done, geek hauls before where you saw movies in the geek hauls, and I've done comic book hauls before. I've done action figure hauls. So this right here is going to be a movie haul. So I'm going to put my camera down right here for you guys. I'm going to show you guys what I bought today. Okay, first one is a little dusty, geez. Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith. Ugh. There's one Star Wars I don't have. It's the first one. I do not have the first one. Definitely would like to get the first one eventually. It's hard to believe that I don't have Star Wars. Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the first one. This is not Volume 2. And I got all these movies for a really, really good deal. Another Star Wars right here, The Force Awakens. Let's see, is this widescreen or is this, should be widescreen, I'm not for sure. Okay. Next one we'll go right here with, man, these things are dusty. We'll go with Heat. A classic movie between Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. Really, really good movie, Michael Mann. He made a few good movies that I really like. I really like Collateral with Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise. I really like that movie. If I can find that movie somewhere for a cheap price, I'd buy it. It's a good movie. Next one is Hellraiser double feature. Looks like some tape is on here. This is Hellraiser and then Hellbound Hellraiser 2. Very, very, very awesome movies. Looks like this is mixed up here. Let's see. Oh, okay, here's some movies are mixed up here. Whoops! Put Hellraiser here, and this one was here. This is actually Rapid Fire. This is this movie right here. I don't know if you guys remember Rapid Fire with Brandon Lee. Awesome movie. R.I.P. Brandon Lee. One of his best, next to I think The Crow. Speaking of another action, I guess kung fu sci-fi movie, it's probably one of the best. Universal Soldier Special Edition. This was a really, really awesome movie. Especially, it was a big movie when it first came out. It came out right after T2 Terminator Judgment Day. What year was this? Let me get a close-up of my own eyes. So this is a 92, yeah. So this came out, it's hard to believe it came out in 92. Wow. Yeah, so Terminator 2 came out, what, 91, and then this came out shortly after, in 92. Yeah, it was a big year for cybernetic beings, I guess. I don't know what the word to use. Here's another one. Elysium, speaking of cybernetic beings or sci-fi movies that are based on cybernetic human beings. Very, very good movie. Very underrated movie. One thing I didn't like about this movie is, spoiler, if you haven't seen this movie, Matt Damon dies at the end. And this was all about repairing, finding ways to repair the injured human body, and why they couldn't repair Matt Damon. I think he had, cancer or something. He was dying of cancer. He was exposed to radiation, and they didn't have the technology to repair, to remove all the cancer from his body. That's the only thing that bothered me about this movie, that they couldn't save Matt Damon at the end. You think with all this technology as far as bringing somebody back to life. I remember the bad guy who died in this movie. They blew half of his face off, or body off, and then he was repaired and came back to life. Why they couldn't do the same thing for Matt Damon, I guess because the cancer was too much. He was already a dead man walking. I don't really know, but overall it was a good movie. Just the ending, Matt Damon died. There you go. Okay, next movie, we got X2, X-Men. I do not have the original X-Men for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, no, wait, this is not X2. This is X-Men Days of Futures Past. This was a really good X-Men movie. Yeah, I really enjoyed that X-Men movie. Next one is Pacific Rim. Another classic. Love Pacific Rim. The original was really awesome. I never got a chance to see the newer one. A lot of people liked it, a lot of people didn't, but I thought this was really good. It's a 2-disc special edition. Okay. I thought this one was a really good movie. Okay, next up is a three-peats. More Jean-Claude Van Damme. Who doesn't love Van Damme? Cyborg, Death Warrant, Double Impact. Very awesome movies. Very awesome action movies. All three of these were really well done. If you like Jean-Claude Van Damme, these three were some of his best. We'll come over here, and this is Under the Skin with Scarlett Johansson. She spends most of her time naked in this movie, which is an awesome concept. But there was not much to the story. It was kind of dumb. There were some scenes in it that were really cool. I mean, you had to see the movie. It's really hard to well, it's not hard to explain, but I don't want to try to explain it to you guys because you're going to get lost. Same way when you watch this movie, you're going to get kind of lost. And the ending was kind of like, was that it? You know what I mean? So I don't really know about this movie other than Scarlett Johansson is naked through most of the entire movie, which is awesome. So if you want to see Scarlett Johansson naked, Under the Skin is a really good movie to see her naked in. Next one up, we have Star Wars Trilogy, and this is the full screen. I don't know if I like the full screen edition. I do not know. I mean, Star Wars right now you can find for a really cheap price. And you can get the widescreen version. But you know what? I don't know. I mean, Star Wars is always on television all the time, so... But I got it for a good deal, and so... Let's see, hold on. Let me take these out the package. And let me see what these look like. Or take this out the box and see what it looks like. Okay, so... Ah! So there's the front cover, Empire Strikes Back. A New Hope. And Return of the Jedi. And they're all full screen. I don't know if I like the full screen edition, but, you know, it's a throwback. I don't know. I might sell this one. I'm not for sure. So that's the full screen of Star Wars. I definitely would like to get the widescreen version of Star Wars. Speaking of space movies, here's Total Recall. Classic Schwarzenegger, awesome movie. And this is, the DVD is actually in here. And you pop it open, and then there's the movie. And there it is. It's kind of like in a tin case, and it's the Mars. It's the shape of Mars. If you guys seen the movie, then you know what this is about. What the red planet, why it's the DVD is in a red planet tinfoil box. Creed is next up. Really awesome movie. I'm kind of anxious to see the second one. Stallone is directing the second one, which, I don't know, man. I really don't know. The director who did this, you know, he did it, from what I heard, he did it from the heart because him and his dad used to watch this together, Rocky movies together, and he did it as a tribute to his dad. So Stallone is directing the second one, which, I don't know. I don't really know. So, but it was by a good director. I forget his name. I don't know his name. He did Fruitville Station. I think that was the name of it. And Michael B. Jordan was in it as well. So, next one is of Blade. Blade, the original. The original is the best. The other two, they were what they were. But Blade, the original Blade, was really, really awesome. I definitely would love to see some more Blade movies. Snipes was really good as Blade, so whoever they get, you know, they have to step their game up. Because Snipes is, you know, one of a kind. You know, he would have been really good in playing Spawn. You know, too bad he didn't play Spawn, because he would have been a really, really good Spawn. Coming over here, another Brandon Lee movie, another Dolph Lundgren movie. Dolph Lundgren was actually the star of this movie, believe it or not. This is Showdown in Little Tokyo. Very, very awesome movie. Yeah, this is, what, the second time we had seen the Dolph Lundgren appearance. He was in Universal Soldier. Well, I think these were two of his best movies. Showdown Little Tokyo and Universal Soldier. Even though he was Drago and Rocky, maybe that was his best performance. I don't know. What do you guys think? Dolph Lundgren. I mean, he played in other movies as well. So, Star Wars, Attack of the Clones. Not the greatest Star Wars movie, but it's definitely watchable. I'm a big Star Wars fan. So, next one up is Django Unchained. Really, really awesome movie. Speaking of Jamie Foxx, excuse me, speaking of Spawn, Jamie Foxx is going to be the new Spawn, so I can't wait to see that. He did a really awesome job in this one, and he did a really awesome job in Ray, so I have high hopes for him in Spawn. Next one up is Belly. The story sucked, but the visuals in this they were really, really good. Hype Williams, if you guys are familiar with Hype Williams, then you're familiar with his work. He did a lot of famous music videos, specifically hip hop music videos in the '90s, and yeah, DMX, Nas, Terrell Hicks, she's a hottie, Method Man. Really good soundtrack. Okay movie. The visuals were really good in this movie. I just wish the story was a little bit better, and I wish it was a little bit well written and better dialogue. Next one up is Dark Knight. You guys know The Dark Knight. Batman, classic. We'll stick to this superhero theme, and we have Iron Man, the first Iron Man. Of course, that's another classic right there. And we're going to get a little crazy here, and we're going to take a look at Dark City. How many of you guys remember Dark City? From the director of The Crow. This was an amazing movie. Awesome, awesome, amazing movie. It came out at a weird time, because when this came out, there were, you know, some people that were talking about how amazing it was, and then I think the following year, or maybe it was the same year. No, it's the following year. The Matrix came out, and it kind of diminished the Dark City's steam, and The Matrix was the big movie. And then people kind of forgot about Dark City. But if you're like me, you didn't forget about Dark City, and you know how amazing this movie is. Speaking of an amazing movie, here is Apocalypto, Mel Gibson. This is an amazing, amazing movie. This was right after he directed The Passion of the Christ, which I didn't really care too much for. The visuals in it, they were great. They were amazing. And as far as this, too, the visuals in this was just amazing. It was a great, great movie. Great story. None of it was in English, but overall, it was a really, really, really good movie. If you guys are looking for something new, something different to watch, and you guys don't mind reading subtitles, I mean, the visuals and the story of Apocalypto alone is worth watching. This is definitely an awesome, awesome movie, so I definitely recommend it, guys. Next up, we have another awesome movie, Willow. Special edition Willow. Who doesn't love Willow? In my opinion, this is not a popular opinion. You guys are probably going to hate me for saying this, but I think this is better than Lord of the Rings. Yep, I said it. I said it. The sorcery, all this good stuff in here, Willow. The story was just better than Lord of the Rings. I said it. I said it. I said it. If you guys disagree with me, then write it in the comments. Next up is Prometheus. Really, really awesome movie. This is kind of the origins of Alien. If you guys didn't see this movie, really, really good movie. It's really worth the watch. Next one up is RoboCop. This is the remake of RoboCop. It was okay. It was a good movie. Was it better than the original? I don't know. You know, I might do a comparison video. I might do a versus video. RoboCop, the original RoboCop versus this RoboCop. But, you know, I have to watch this again. It's been a while since I've seen this movie, and I have to watch this movie again. And they do have a lot of stars in it, and they definitely took it to another level. But I don't know if you needed to take it to another level, since RoboCop took it to another level and this has kind of stayed there, you know what I mean? Because nothing really beats the original. If you're going to make an original of a classic, try to make it as better than the original, which is very hard to do. You know, it's kind of like taking Back to the Future and trying to recreate the magic of Back to the Future movies, which are damn near impossible. If there's one franchise that I hope that they don't reboot, it's Back to the Future. Next one up is Minority Report. Another awesome sci-fi movie. Great sci-fi movie. Definitely recommend it. If you guys haven't seen this movie, watch it. It's an awesome sci-fi movie. Next one up, we'll come to The Dark Knight Rises. You guys know what this is about. This is a very, very awesome Batman movie. I think it's one of the best. I mean, all of them are good. The Dark Knight Rises, and speaking of Batman, we have... man, these are dusty. Jeez. Batman Begins. This is one that started all. This one still holds up to this day. It's a really, really good movie. If you guys haven't seen Christopher Nolan's Batmans, then you guys are missing out. Speaking of The Matrix, we were talking originally about The Matrix. Here's The Matrix Reloaded. And yeah, this is, I can't say it tops the first, but it's right up there with it. It was one of those sequels that kind of lived up to the sequel curse, I guess, when you try to make a sequel of a really good movie, you know. Here's another one. This is really good. You know, if you're an artist, which I am, this is a really good story of Jean-Michel Basquiat. Really, really cool abstract painter from the 80s. If you're an art person, you know, check this film out. Really, really awesome film. Next one up is Scarface. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And it's the 2-disc anniversary. Don't know what year this came out. But yeah, there's Scarface. I'm going to try to go through this quickly as possible, guys. Big Trouble in Little China. This is one of the greatest movies ever made. I might have to do a review of this movie. It doesn't get any better than Big Trouble in Little China. If you guys haven't seen this movie, awesome movie. Another one, this one is, what is this? King Tut, Secrets Revealed. I haven't seen this, I got it. I don't know if I'm going to watch it, but it's something. I'm always interested in Egyptian culture, so. Next one up, we'll go to Mad Max. Fury Road. Very good movie. You know, it's one of those movies where you have to watch over again because everything goes so quickly and you're not really understanding what's going on. Even though the story is not complicated at all, but there's so much action in it that you have to watch it over again. So, put that down. And then the next one is Trespass. If you guys haven't seen this movie, this is a really, really awesome movie. It's from the 90s. Ice Cube, the late Bill Paxton, Ice-T, and what's his name? His name, William Sadler. William Sadler. Awesome actor. You've seen him in everything. And this is a really, really good movie. It's a really good suspense movie, and it's one of my favorite movies. And there you guys have it. There is my little DVD haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, if you have any favorites from this movie haul right here, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'm about to hit the 20-minute mark. I want to thank you guys for watching. Like I said, if you like this video, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Follow me on social media, on all social media. And thanks for watching, everybody. Bye!